Hi, this is Tony from Fantasy Quick Hits on running back Alvin Kamara. Kamara is a ridiculous athlete, tremendous footwork, some of the best footwork in the league. Type of guy who creates his own plays. He's an excellent receiver. He's an elite fantasy running back, and he is the clear number one running back on the New Orleans Saints. But I'm a little bit concerned about Kamara for this year. With Breeze retiring, we could see a little bit more of a question mark in terms of how Kamara is going to be used. He doesn't get too many carries. He's primarily does his damage from coming out of the backfield. Um, and we have some question marks as far as his opportunity this year to have that high reception number. He was actually one of the running backs that I had on my bust list for this year up until the injury with Michael Thomas, which does open the door for him to have more catches. But Breeze threw to his running back 28% of the time in the last 4 years. Jameis Winston doesn't dump off to the running back quite as much. And there really, still some question mark with what this offense is going to look like between Winston and Taysom Hill. That did have an impact on Kamara last year and his overall fantasy production. They do have one of the top offensive lines in the league. I think PFF put him down as a top five offensive line in 2020. Kamara does have a low injury risk. He has played through some minor injuries in the past, and while playing through those injuries, produced at an elite level. Just 25 years of age in the prime of his career. We have seen some consistent production from him over the last 4 years. Does have a very high ceiling if he gets the volume that he needs. That ceiling is a little bit more dependent this year based on that quarterback situation. And I'm not sure the price you're going to have to pay to get Kamara. That said, we should see him get again somewhere around 1,500 combined yards, double-digit touchdowns. He really is the only offensive weapon that they have, and because of that, he does have a high floor. I do think that they are going to have to use him, and they're going to have to find more and more ways to get him incorporated into their game plan. Very strong team chemistry. Sean Payton, obviously loves this guy. They gave him a monster contract. They do have that fantasy schedule, which is not very running back favorable. But this is a high-powered offense. Yet to see what it looks like with Winston and Taysom Hill. Personally, I'm probably going to wait to get Kamara just because you can't really gamble at the top of the draft. You've probably heard the expression, that first round, not necessarily where you win drafts, it's where you lose drafts. And if you pick Kamara, believing you're going to get certain production in an unknown situation with still a kind of a little bit of a muddy quarterback picture, I'm a little bit more hesitant to pull the trigger. Although I do feel better about his fantasy value without Michael Thomas in the picture.